Flyover Politic Podcast, the show for normal Americans. From his undisclosed bunker, here's your host, Tony Reed.
Human rights.
People over profit.
Workers deserve more.
Defund the police.
Oh, I hate it here. Just literally get me to the future.
I'll take you. Let's go.
Seriously?
Buckle up and get ready to see the future you've been waiting for.
Oh my God, I'm so excited. Where are we?
Your hometown. In the future. Housing's guaranteed now. Everyone gets a home of their own.
Wait, everyone gets free housing from the government? Ooh, can mine be near the beach or have a pool?
Maybe, but probably not. Beach property is very rare, so you'll probably be assigned one of these.
Oh, but I don't want to live here.
Well, you don't have a choice. Can you believe it? The future finally has zero waste.
Incredible. Can I please have an iced oat milk latte? Did you bring your own mug? No mug, no service. Oh, okay. If I bring my own mug, can I get the oat milk latte? Oat milk latte? Oat milk is very wasteful. We only serve black coffee, nothing else.
Forget about the coffee shop. Wait till you see the government-run grocery stores.
Wait, you mean to tell me the government pays for my groceries now?
The future is bright.
This can't be right. $40 for eggs? The coupon is only for $100. I won't be able to afford groceries.
The future is also a little bit expensive.
Oh my gosh, someone called the police!
What do you mean, police? There's no police anymore. Have some compassion. She's probably having a hard time.
I think I have to get out of here.
No problem. It's a perfect time to show you the public transit. It's all free now.
Oh, that's good. Wait, why isn't anyone driving them?
Workers deserve more, so the drivers don't actually show up usually. But they're nice trains to hang out in.
I don't think I'm feeling so good.
You'll be happy to know that healthcare is totally free now for everyone.
Oh, thank goodness. Oh, you came at the right time. The wait for an appointment is only 72 days. Wait, are you serious? Well, if it's an emergency, it's only a 2-week wait. I need to go home. You need to take me home, please, right now.
But Maya, this is the future you wanted. Isn't it wonderful? Take me back!
Beware of the gap between promises and reality. And welcome back to Flyover Politic Podcast. It is the 21st of August, year of our Lord, 2026. It's a great socialism video. That's really well done. Because that's what it is. It's not what you think it is. It is what it is. Today, no TikTok. We're going to go into just a whole bunch of stuff that's come down. I want to start first and foremost. Here is another. They're still lauding the piece of garbage Air Force Major like he is amazing person because he wants to impeach Trump.
From office over the war in Iran and other issues. And tonight is his first television interview since that arrest. And Major Watson, obviously,
Okay, that's weird. I only got 9 seconds, but that's all the fucking bite was. Sorry about that. I guess it doesn't really matter, does it? Because it's just a bunch of bull crap. It's just a bunch of bull crap. This is, I went to the guy. I don't think I have his video. I downloaded it, but it's just the same thing. Anthony Rubin. He went, and it was the same thing, and we'll cover it in the next show because we're not doing Islam today, or Islamists today. They are banning all these videos on TikTok. And he got another one where he walked in and said he was fucking Hamas, and they let him vote. But here's what he found. Speaking basic English is general requirement to become a U.S. citizen. Only U.S. citizens can vote, so why are ballots printed with multiple languages? Somebody responded, the statistics of people in the U.S. who are born here, speak English, and actually understand our government is pretty low. By your standards, nobody should vote. And maybe we shouldn't. Maybe. A polling group, so this is pretty wild, a polling firm that came out of nowhere to show Francisco Hong with a 23-point lead over David Crowley in the Wisconsin primary has shut down and said his whole operation was bogus. Media and Strategy concluded his polling project has not published additional polls. All previous published polling releases have been drawn and should not be cited or treated as general polling. It was a social experiment. Media and Strategy also released bogus polls in L.A. Methinks the social experiments, can we manipulate the voter base with bogus polls? We cannot. Short-term social experiments, also known as fraud. And there's a video of it. Let me see what he has to say. I have not checked this. Wow, it's still not done. Oh, there it is. There it is.
I want you to know that my daughter is in labor, and if my phone rings, I'm out of here. I'm kidding, but the baby's finally coming. After like 8 days overdue, the baby's coming. Ramon, you know how we like to talk about fake polls on this show? Well, we've got another fake poll, and for the first time that I'm aware, the polling company that put out the fake poll is actually admitting that it's a fake poll. They put it out on purpose. To teach everyone a lesson, they say. All right, we're going to give you all the details of this scandal in the political media. Plus, Chris Cuomo doesn't want you hearing what he said during the pandemic about Anthony Fauci. So, of course, we're going to play it through the political information ecosystem without independent verification. Thank you for your understanding. Let me just say something here. It's critically important that you all hear me because I think this is fantastic. The people are so angry at these. I don't know who these people are. I don't know if they're left. I don't know if they're right. I don't know if they're American. I don't know if they're Marxists. But they did something here to prove a point, and it's phenomenal.
And what is that point? They do this all the time. They did it with Hillary in 2016. They were trying to suppress voter turnout, because they knew she wasn't going to win. They already had the internal polls. Her polls are horrible. They started floating in June, the Russia hoax, as we now know it was. They did it with Biden and Harris. Everybody's for her just taking over the nomination. Not everybody was for that. That's not true. But that's how they roll things. Here's that Air Force guy. I'm just going to get it on.
So, when you talk about that desire to inspire, you're not, of course, a somebody. You are a somebody, right? You're not an anybody. You are a somebody, right? You're a sitting major and in the Air Force. After your arrest, the military had placed you under a gag order. They restricted your movements. You're under investigation as you and I speak, and obviously the consequences you could face for speaking out because you are who you are include court-martial, removal from the Air Force, loss of pay and benefits. I mean, you could even go to prison. And you knew all of that, right? You knew all of that when you made this decision to try to inspire others. How did you go through the thought process that made you willing to pay the price that this may cost?
Nothing that is worth doing is something that you can do for free.
God damn. He's a bumper sticker. He's a bumper sticker. That makes sense. But in the ecosystem that we live in, nobody's surprised by this. Now, we're going to go into SHIP really quick, because this is all a Jake Tapperism. The SHIP. Remember, we talked about the SHIP, and the SHIP is horrible. And people are, the SHIP. SHIP. And I don't have all my bites, because I have one with somebody playing. Oh, here it is. So we're going to play Tapper. Here's the SHIP.
We begin with breaking news in our world lead and the growing criticism of the Trump administration as the nation continues to learn more details about reports of terrible living conditions. And
all right. So then they float this.
All right, y'all. So a couple of y'all wanted to see how the ship look, or the head look, a.k.a. the bathroom. So showers right here, you feel me? This is what we go through on a carrier.
That is not an aircraft carrier. That is a landing craft. It's total bullshit, and it was used and it hadn't been cleaned yet. Here is somebody that's actually on the ship, on the Abraham Lincoln.
I believe Patrick's
They're having fun because it's all bullshit.
No, bro.
So why do I play that? This is the stuff CNN does. This is what they do. This is what they've always done. They get little bit of information. They make the information like it is the end of all being. All right? And remember, this is Jake Tapper, who ended up capitalizing off writing a book about how Biden was brain dead and he wasn't running the country. But during it, this is how
do you think it makes little kids with stutters feel when they see you make a comment like that?
It's very clearly a cognitive decline.
Okay.
That's what I'm referring to. It makes me uncomfortable.
You are no I can't. That's so amazing. It's so amazing to me that
try and figure out an answer.
A cognitive decline. President Biden embraces his stutter, talking about it, while Trump mocks it, exaggerates it, belittles it. He's sharp physically. I mean, mentally. Yeah. I think the question is physically, right?
Right.
More so.
Okay, so I'm not going to continue on. This was the fake over office.
I just finished a show. Look at the room that they put me in. We're in Biden's fake Oval Office, everybody. And I've actually figured this out. I now know why. I now get it. Turn the camera around. There is a screen, teleprompter to the face. All I can say is...
All right, so this is what they did the whole time. They auto-panned. We know that he went out at 3, and then this is what gets released. Where do I have it? Let's just zoom it up because I deleted the one. Lead anchor CNN Tapper came out and admits they all knew that Joe Biden wasn't really president calling the shots. He says that there was an elite inner circle of advisors who would make the decisions and steer the country. He gives the names of the people in that group. Again, the mainstream media all knew Joe Biden wasn't making decisions. Tell me about the word choice, then tell us about those people who were really calling the shots around the president. Jake Tapper. So the Politburo, not a term it came up with, it's a term from within the Biden administration. As the name would suggest, it is a tightly held group of senior advisors. They were the individuals that had helped steer the government. The mainstream media was in on the cover-up. How are there no consequences for these people? So then you get in here and you find out, I'm going to play the soundbite. This is the Politburo that were running the country. Now, do I think this is common? Yeah, I do. I don't think presidents run shit anymore because of the way the world's run. You can't have the big reset and have everybody come in and fucking just go bonkers and overhaul every country's demographics because it's a UN thing that I'm going to cover today. Is the only thing I'm going to cover in Islam. It's an actual document. The replacement program. That's why they were saying the Great Replacement Theory is racist. Because it was something they were doing. Those are the people, Donlin, Ricchetti, Klain, Reed, Jarrell, what's that? I never heard of him. Bernal. All right. This lady was also on it, and this Nita Dunn is a piece of fucking garbage.
A lot of you have a great deal of ability. A lot of you work hard. Put them together, and that answers the why not question. There's usually not a good reason. And then the third lesson and tip actually come from two of my favorite political philosophers, Mao Zedong and Mother Teresa.
There you
Listen,
go.
I'm somebody that's worked intimately with the president, right? So I know that he is ready for this campaign. I have seen how effective he has been up close.
I followed the Hunter Biden trial very closely. I read every transcript, all the testimony, because that's what all that was made public. And there is you want to get angry, just as somebody in just all these mixed emotions. You read the Hallie Biden transcript, and that's Bo's widow.
Yes.
And essentially he turned her into a crack addict. And this was all happening in 2017, 2018. And Joe and Jill Biden were so concerned about their family that they decided to run for president.
Yep.
But then they went out and supported him. Here's another person.
So there was like nobody at the wheel running this country.
The senior advisors. And do you want me to name them?
So who is running it? Who are the names?
Steve Ricchetti, his senior advisor, Anita Dunn, Mike Donnellan, Ron Klain, Jeff Zients, Bob Bauer.
Who's the first name you mentioned?
Steve Ricchetti, the same guy who put his own kid at the Treasury.
President-elect Joe Biden is starting to fill out his White House staff as he presses ahead with his transition. He's named his campaign's chief counsel, Dana Remus, as White House counsel. Senior campaign aides Jen O'Malley-Dillon, Steve Ricchetti, and Mike Donnellan will join the Biden White House staff as well.
Elect Joe Biden is focused on building out his senior White House staff, which is not subject to Senate confirmation. He is able to populate the West Wing with aides and officials at his discretion and working with his.
And they never question it. They never look into it because why would
I
they?
would say the right-wing meme about Joe Biden was that Dr. Joe Biden was sort of the shadow president, sort of running the country. What your book shows is that that's not totally far off. It's not Jill Biden, though. It's this group of tight advisors around Joe Biden who I want you to talk about that you call the Politburo, which is an interesting word choice. Tell me about the word choice, and then tell me about those people who were really calling the shots around the president.
So the Politburo, not a term we came up with, it's a term from within the Biden administration, as the name would suggest, is a tightly held group of senior advisors. Mike Donnellan and Steve Ricchetti, foremost among them. You also have individuals floating in and out. Ron Klain, who's chief of staff for the first couple of years of the president's term. Anita Dunn, some senior individuals on the staff of Jill Biden, the first lady. Anthony Bernal, the chief of staff, perhaps the most powerful first lady chief of staff ever. And then another woman named Annie Tomasini. And so we would assess that it's basically the Bidens, Joe, Jill, and Hunter, and this tight group of aides, and they weren't like a star chamber, they weren't like all friends or allies, they all just had their different portfolios and did what they did. And these were the individuals that helped steer the government. Now, is that different from any other president? On one level, no.
That's a fucking lie. There's never been a presidency that the president wasn't in charge, other than Obama, who allowed Valerie Jarrett to send money to fucking Iran. Don Donnelly, longtime political advisor. Ricchetti, counselor to the president, legislative affair gatekeeper. Bruce Reed, deputy chief of staff of policy. Ron Klain, former White House chief of staff. Closely associated family sides. Anthony Bernal, Jill Biden's chief of staff. Annie Tomasini, senior advisor, traveling chief. Jill Biden, Hunter Biden. This is the biggest fucking scandal ever. Tapper's very irresponsible person, as are all the journalists who puzzlingly went along with this. Shameful. Nope, that's not what I was saying. Listen to what I actually say. And this clip is from 2025 after Alex Top and I wrote a book, almost all of which are reported after the 2024. Lead anchor CNN Jane Beck comes out and admits they all knew Joe Biden wasn't really president. Yeah, you did. That's what you're saying. Either you knew and you pretended not to, normal people could see this obvious decline in cognitive, or you're not a smart person. I couldn't see what was the face of millions of Americans for years. Doesn't help your cause. Jake, are you saying that you're intentionally covering up a president you knew to be a vegetable? But what are you going to say about your dinners with Fauci? You said it was a stutter, Jake. Sit this one out. It was difficult to see Biden's cognitive decline when your view was from mainly underside of the nutsack. I'm not going to play the rest of the soundbite. That's the fucking shit that they do. That's the fucking shit they do. That's our media. They would never cover. We found out that Trump had 2 scoops of fucking ice cream, and it was the biggest scandal ever on the planet. He didn't know where the light switches were.
We'd all be in prison.
They reported that the Clinton administration removed the W's from the keyboards, and they thought they were really cute. And then there's Todd, who just admitted the Bidens are a piece of fucking shit. Pretty amazing confession here by the AG. Still can't believe he was confirmed. I guess he gets points for being honest. Eric Holder's entered the chat. The office is part of the executive branch. Eric Holder, I'm still the president's wingman. Oh, Chuck. they have they believe we're stupid. They all think we're fucking stupid and that we're not going to catch on that they're full of fucking shit. That they are nothing but sleazebags that would do anything to get Dems elected. The fucking, and I got it in two different spots, so today I'll ignore it when it's over here. It's in Lefty. But the new Stop Nick Shirley Act was passed, which doesn't allow you, it allows these people to cover up their fucking crap, and you literally can't report anymore. Stop Nick Shirley Act passed the California's Assembly. The California Assembly on Thursday stopped in a 57-19 vote. The bill outlaws the sharing of photos or personal data of an immigrant service provider if done as harassment and expands the state safe Act program. Opponents argue it violates the First Amendment. It doesn't violate the First Amendment. It basically says you can't report on this shit. You can't report, and if you do, they can sue you. You can't show the videos. This is one of about 20. Go to Nick Shirley on X, how they treat him. This is a chief of staff.
I can do the same thing, Nick. What does that do?
Look at that.
Mia Bonta, do you think her creating a bill that would make it basically illegal, give someone a $4,000 fine for looking into immigration support service providers?
Did you guys hear that Nick Shirley has a small penis, allegedly?
Wow, that's so adult of you.
Did you hear about this?
He's putting them all over town. That's the left. Will that be reported? No. We're not going to cover the Jake Lang today. We'll save it to the next podcast. But the Jake Lang thing, where Antifa was out there with rifles. I thought rifles were evil. I thought that they were evil. Huh. That's really kind of interesting. Which brings us to CNN, the most trusted news, the most trusted name in news. This is that piece of shit bringing a brother that doesn't even know Natalie Harp on to talk about how she's a sycophant for Biden.
Learned right about his incredible reliance on her at all hours of the day to post social media posts, just as one example.
Yeah. I think that Trump's best friends are people who are his fan club, you know? And so she's his biggest fan. And so that's probably why he likes her. And she's good looking. She's got a good personality. I don't.
They're really big on bringing family members on, destroying families. This is what CNN's all about, and it stems from Ostov, which I don't even know if I have it. His actual bullshit. Let's play this one. He basically is in a speech, and he fucking, because it's like it's suppressed now. You can't find the actual statement of him saying he's basically fucking her.
So John Ossoff goes on Jen Psaki because, Jen Psaki's really going to grill him. But to her credit, her first question was, why did you bring this woman's name into the conversation? Why did you invoke Natalie Harp's name?
Why did you decide to? You have raised a huge amount of money, and I want to get to that in a moment. And you do have a race in a state that is red or red-blue, depending on the day, and I want to talk about that. But one of the reasons why I think you've raised so much money is because you've called things out about Trump in a very clear way that others haven't, and it's broken through. And the reason I asked about Natalie Harp is because it's kind of raised this question out there, more questions about her. He is surrounded by sycophants, no question. I just talked about that. But you specifically mentioned her, and I just wonder why.
Well, I've heard this particular aide referred to as his security blanket. And I think we could say that about any number of the senior aides in the White House. They're not telling him what he needs to hear. They're telling him what he wants to hear. And
you guys carried Fauci. Seltzer says it was great marketing. Brian Seltzer, you fucking piece of shit. That's hard to believe, but amount of victory for Ostov is travel with Natalie line, part of a broader but still just TikTok length arguing that Trump doesn't want to do a job of president, shows a sophisticated understanding of the social media environment. Online. In a weekend Atlanta rally, Georgia Senator John Ossoff criticized Trump's priorities, mentioning Harp's close travel with the former president and playing from Qatar's Emirate. Critics labeled the comment as a sexist smear, applying an improper relationship with the unmarried aide, while Ossoff supporters says a fair scrutiny of Trump's inner circle. According to CNN, after being denied a place in Donald Trump's motorcade en route to his criminal trial in New York City, Natalie Harp jumped into a trunk of a vehicle so she could remain close to them. They're running this right here.
New breaking details about Trump's fears.
Remember, in the same car, Trump body slammed a Secret Service guy and murdered him so that he could go to the Capitol.
Loyal personal aide Natalie Harp. Our Kristen Holmes reporting tonight that Harp is physically close to Trump at all hours of the day. Sources also telling Kristen that Harp once jumped into the trunk of a vehicle in Trump's motorcade when she was told there was not room for her to travel with him to a hearing in a New York City courthouse.
So the first place he goes is Psaki, and I just want to remind everybody, this is Psaki.
The relationship between the press and the White House is supposed to be adversarial by design. I mean, the press and the room are supposed to push for more access, for more information. And there are times when it's absolutely appropriate for the press secretary to push back. But Caroline Leavitt didn't want to engage in good.
What happened in the Hunger event today? The president appeared to look around the room for an audience member, a member of Congress who passed away last month. He seemed
I'll circle back if there's more I can share with you. I'll circle back with you if there's more to convey. I'll have to just circle back.
But what is exciting about it is that you, the people out there, get to choose. There is no, thank God, dark room in Washington where people sit around and they decide here's who the nominee is.
That's a lie. She said with her family here. In your book, the first rule that you wrote for a press secretary is don't lie. Mm-hmm. Is it possible to serve as a press secretary to Donald Trump and maintain that rule?
No. The border remains closed. It is not open. We are turning away the majority of adults.
The border remains closed. Really? Really? Is that true?
It is really, and I want to bring Liz Smith into this conversation because Liz and I grew up in Democratic politics. We're still young, of course, but we grew up in Democratic politics together, and I think we both remember well when party leadership really selected the nominees. Now, you would never say it that way.
She just said they don't do it, but now she says they did do it.
Did Jen Psaki not have a friendly room of reporters?
Right. I mean, it was like a cocktail party. I would say with Jen Psaki's tenure, the only time that it was consistently difficult.
Right. We both know what this is.
Afghanistan.
Yeah.
Unlike KJP or Jen Psaki to a slightly lesser extent, when they ask questions, what does the president think, or have you spoken to the president about this? Those two often gave the answers no. Like, oh, I haven't had the chance to ask the president about this today. Whereas you ask Caroline that, Caroline would have talked to the president probably at least once that day already.
Yeah, it's night and day. They just hate her because she's a Christian. She's a mother. She's everything they're not. And CNN went all in on this.
And so I think that this is someone who is not an elected official. She is someone who is in the public or in the private eye, so to speak, because she's not an elected person and she's a young woman. And it implies if John Ossoff believes that, she is having an affair, which was implied, it also suggests does John Ossoff believe that all females who work on political campaigns are, whorish and having a
bam.
Out of all the people around
because her name
Trump,
is mentioned in a book, but also you're talking about someone who's
the reason that her name is being mentioned because of this rumor that there's a relationship between Natalie Hart.
There's no rumor. You're making the rumor.
Play it because there's just such a long history of this. Trump punching down, insulting women. Let's just play it.
God, never complaining about it.
This is what.
You don't like fat pigs, dogs,
because Jennings
slobs,
supports
disgusting animals.
Her.
Your Twitter
so they play this. It goes on and on and on and on and on. Let me let Jennings speak.
Quiet, piggy. I mean, Scott, Dan's question was pretty straightforward. If you're going to be outraged over traveling on a plane with Natalie, are you going to be outraged over all those things?
I do not believe in demeaning women in any way, number one.
I'm going to pause for a second. She's doing this because there's a hard rumor, and I'm not covering it. He's going to be the new press secretary.
Number two.
So,
answering the question.
did the president demean women, and was that unacceptable?
The issue I have with this
Are you outraged or not about that?
The issue
Are you outraged?
The issue I have with this
Not
is
answering the question.
Natalie Harp
Not answering the question.
is not a public figure.
Nor is
she has
nor is
no.
Ruby Freeman or
See, this is how CNN runs shit. This is how TikTok addressed it, because it's all over TikTok.
Natalie Harp.
Natalie Harp.
Natalie Harp.
Natalie Harp. Natalie Harp.
Who is Natalie Harp? And why have we been hearing her name so much lately? Well, on paper, she's the special and executive assistant to President Trump. But we've learned more about her interactions with and proximity to Trump in the past few weeks. So let's back up for a second. In 2020, at the Republican National
this is
Convention,
a one
Harp
lady
spoke
that they're
about
just destroying her because she likes Trump. And they, remember, they fucking carry dolls. They carry dolls. Name a Democratic president that they weren't all sycophants around him. Name one. Look at all this supposition. This is all supposition. There's no proof.
Circle. We wrote in the book about how she had alarmed people in his world, including the Secret Service, by leaving these deeply personal letters in his
Maggie
personal
Haberman
spaces.
doesn't get the inside. She's bitter, so she's doing this shit. Here we go. This is it.
While he fruitlessly drains our munitions and oil reserves, the president sleeps through his meetings.
Not true. Biden was asleep the whole presidency.
See, he doesn't want to do the job. He wants to build his ballroom and travel with Natalie on their apparently defenseless flight.
She's the little-known Donald Trump aide who has suddenly been thrust into the spotlight. So, who is Natalie Harp?
Look at all
we
this.
We can't talk about winning back the House
This
and
is
Senate
media.
in 2022 and the White House in 2024 if we.
This is all media.
Telling CNN that your sister was involved, back in October 2020.
Look at this. No discernment that he insinuated a woman's a slut. They're even doing this. This is from the media. Look at this. She looked at the president. So she's fucking him. That's her president. She's a sycophant like your people.
Who is Natalie Harp, and why is she suddenly everywhere? She reportedly once climbed into the boot of an SUV.
Okay, well, we may have just figured out why Melania Trump hasn't been seen in weeks and why Caroline Leavitt quit so suddenly. Natalie Harp, Trump's...
So
CNN
do you know
went
that?
And found Natalie Harp's brother, Preston Harp, and this story is taking on an incredible life of its own.
The President of the United States is facing renewed criticism of misogyny after he publicly scolded CNN reporter Kristen Holmes in the Oval Office for asking a series of questions that he did not like.
This Trump aide once slept in a women's locker room for a summer to be close to Trump. Her name is Natalie Harp, and Trump has barely been seen without her since...
My Good Samaritan, President Donald J. Trump.
Now let's get to the juicy bits on Natalie Harp that just dropped today in the New York Times. I mean, this behavior is insane. Apparently, Donald Trump...
So apparently we're all just discovering Natalie Harp. She's 35, she's blonde, she resembles Ivanka. So there's that. She's constantly at Donald Trump's side. There are photos, there are rumors. To be honest, I don't even want to think about whether...
You might be wondering about this kerfuffle involving White House aide.
Kerfuffle. You're accusing a young woman and the President of the United States of an affair. That's the kerfuffle.
People are looking at, and many times, the critiques and criticism of Ossoff, and they're directly pointing to what they see as hypocritical thread to what the president does oftentimes. Do you see a distinction?
Well, I don't know how to answer that. Because Ossoff, I agree with Mark, was giving what we just played there standard liberal talking points against Trump. You're going to hear that from every candidate for president. What he did with Natalie Harp, though, is something different. He didn't attack the president. He took an unknown presidential aide. She's not elected anything. She's not a household name. She's not a public figure. And he basically communicated that the only reason she has her job in the White House is because, hey, that's what Republican women are good for, right? Wink, wink, that's how they get their jobs in politics. I think he's a disgusting coward.
He didn't say that specifically. He never said that.
Here's the deal. He's been in the Senate since 21. He's had dozens of female staffers ranging from intern all the way up to senior staff positions. What if I walked out here tonight and read a list of their names and said, here's such and such, here's her title, and boy, it sure is interesting that she hangs out with John Ossoff so much. With Natalie Harp, though, is something different. He didn't attack the president. He took an unknown presidential aide.
I want to keep that playing.
That is a household name. She's not a public figure. And he basically communicated that the only reason she has her job in the White House is because, hey, that's what Republican women are good for, right? Wink, wink, that's how they get their jobs in politics. I think he's a disgusting coward.
He didn't say that specifically.
He's a disgusting coward. He's a piece of fucking shit. He is garbage.
Ashley?
And I'm going to tell you right now, it wouldn't be acceptable if it was a goddamn Democratic president. Biden was accused of groping a woman and during Me Too, and they ignored it because they don't give a fuck about women. They don't care about blacks. They don't care about gays. They don't care about trans. They don't give a fuck about migrants. They care about winning elections. They're the fucking party that said paper ballots are garbage. Then they lose in 2016. Voting machines can be hacked. Then they did mail-in ballots are evil because the Republicans used it. Then in 2020, 2 years later, everybody has to do it. If you don't do it, you're a piece of shit. And they try to pass a goddamn John Lewis voting act that would make us all mail-in ballot. That's all we'd ever be able to do. Nancy Pelosi was for a wall before she was against the wall because Reagan let a bunch of people get in and they lost because Latinos were more conservative back then. This is the party of Democrats. They jump, flitter, flut, go with the wave, fly every goddamn flag, will not condemn Antifa, Jane's Revenge, the fucking people in Minneapolis beating officers, ramming them with cars. No, because they're all down with that shit. And I'm going to have an asshole segment because my wife brought me in, and this is why we're not doing TikTok today. The Lacey case. Oh, fuck.
Fuck you, asshole. You asshole.
This is why we can't have nice things. You asshole!
Are you just an asshole? Is that it?
Fuck you, you asshole!
You ever hear the saying, you run into an asshole in the morning, you ran into an asshole? You run into assholes all day, you're the asshole.
Fuck you, asshole.
You are such an asshole!
You dumb asshole!
Asshole.
Fucking asshole!
Away from me, you asshole.
Okay, if you don't know who this Lacey chick is, basically, she's another version of the black lady who murdered her babies, and it's because of misogyny and life is hard and shit. Men, pay close attention. This isn't just about Lindsay Clancy. Lindsay, not Lacey. Sorry, I combined it. This is about the dangerous level of misandry and refusal of evidence that men need to wake up to. Hot take. Lindsay Clancy didn't strangle those kids. Her husband drugged her, did it, and then convinced her that she did it. You cannot convince me otherwise. 17 minutes apart, yet it appears he's wearing a completely different outfit, 3/4 zip. They're blaming the husband. Unpopular opinion, I think Patrick framed Lindsay. Lindsay's body dropped to 82 degrees in under 30 minutes in the snow. I'm a nurse. I've deliberately cooled bodies before. It takes hours to reach that temp. Her husband killed those fucking kids. Are we all agreeing that Patrick Clancy is the actual murderer? Just going to leave this right here. I'll be back after I switch laundry. This is everywhere. Dressed in pink, supporting a mom who fucking murdered her babies. These are the women of America. Cinema shotgun. Lindsay Clancy supporters are making insane videos, smashing and destroying things like blocks of ice to prevent themselves from bashing their children's skull. I'm sorry. I don't care how anybody feels about this, but every single one of these mothers making Lindsay Clancy videos need to be reported to CPS immediately. Enough is enough. What we're not going to do is make I Want to Kill My Kids Too the next TikTok trend. And every single woman on here making excuses for this kind of behavior, part of the problem as well. And this is the video that I'm just going to download really quick because I've downloaded so many fucking videos on this, and this is why we're not having a TikTok today, because this shit is bad. This shit is bad. It says everything about fucking women. Young women in the United States right now are scary fucking people. Look at this. Look at that. This goes on for 2 more minutes. So how do we get here? That's the point of this segment today. I'm going to show the supporters we're going to get there. But how did we get there? Well, let's go through the misandry that is okay online. You can do, women could do videos like this all day long. When we're having a normal conversation with what you do for work. She's an OnlyFans model. So men are garbage because they don't want to fuck a porn star. That's a theme that's on everything, so that's why I downloaded it.
Imagine waiting till the baby's born to find out the gender, and you wait all the 9 months, and then you birth the baby, and you go through all that, and they hand it to you, and they say, "It's a boy."
Yeah, you're a fucking piece of shit. Listen to this.
I got the abortion because I loved my baby, and I could not see a better way to love my baby and to protect my baby from a childhood in a world that would not be kind to it. I knew that whatever protection...
All right,
So I love my baby so much, I killed it. That's a modern woman. Here's another one.
Literally, men do not make sense to me. Okay, so let me just rewind. So I made a TikTok a while back, and somebody in my comments was like, "Girl, you could pull anyone you want." And I responded something like, "You're funny." And then there was like so many replies that were like, "Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Trust me." I don't think y'all understand. Literally, if I ask a guy to hang out, I get told no. A guy can make plans with me all day. I'll sit there waiting and waiting and waiting.
Because you're a bitch.
An epidemic of indecisive and confused men. Because why have myself and my friends experience these guys who are like confused and like don't know what they want? Like, how are y'all gonna reach out to us and then be like, "Oh,
because you're a bitch."
Do we need men?
No.
Do we need men?
No.
No?
We don't need short men.
Wait a minute. So a person like Kevin Hart or anybody that's short that has a lot of money, you gonna turn them down?
Believe women, believe women, believe women, believe women. I killed my kids. No, you didn't. Let me know if she changes her mind.
How do you teach a man a lesson? Not by arguing, not by explaining, and not by loving him harder. Let's be honest, girls. The lesson usually sticks the moment that we finally leave.
If you're a man and you don't like when women say, "Oh my god, I hate men," watch this video. A woman says, "I hate men," that means because she's largely had negative experiences with men. But it's not all men.
You hate all women.
The new trend is to like
and men.
It's like not a good time for men from a female perspective. Men are really not viewed in a good light right now. We are in a male hating epidemic. It has become an...
Having to work with someone that has a crush on you and doesn't respect the fact that you're a lesbian.
These are the comments. I'm going to pause this. She throws her boy off it at high speeds. It was dangerous. If a woman got tossed off like this would be really bad. As long as your foot and the ocean are okay, that's all that matters, queen. Do it again, queen. He's going to be okay or whatever. Thank you for your service. But a man does it. That's just mean, brah. Is she okay? Is the girl okay? Every married woman has the one guy she loves more than her real husband. That's this generation. So as I start going through this, I find out women will go to the extent to excuse a woman who murdered those 3 beautiful babies up there using astrology.
And, just following all their birth charts and birthdays. And
By the way, I just woke up, so excuse the mess, but I'm not going to let the video finish. I'm going to give the context. The context is that apparently TikTok astrology forensics department has entered the chat now, and apparently we're accusing Lindsay Clancy's husband of murder because he's a Leo, or no, he's a Gemini.
Yep, here's another one.
Come with me.
I'm look at this. A forensic astrologist.
Okay,
This is it.
It's really crazy. Lindsay Clancy's birth chart. It's so crazy. Now, I don't have the time of birth, so really you can disregard the ascendant, descendant, IC, MC, vertex, and all the houses. I need the birth time. So not all of these aspects are necessarily true, because all those points, we don't really know. I just put it at noon. But, first of all, let me just show. Okay, so notice anything?
I'm not going any further. We'll all get stupider if I play this up. This goes on for another 8 minutes. It's astrology. Then I find the prevailing thing, the husband did it because men are garbage.
Look, I'll eat my words if anything comes out that is the smoking gun that proves me wrong here. But at this point, you cannot convince me that he didn't do this. I thought this was just an open and shut case. I didn't think there was any questions around it. Obviously very sad circumstances, but I thought it just was clean cut, done.
Sad circumstances. See, they're so framed by the left of the media that murdering a baby is the highest form of femininity. And then going and fucking and showing your vagina to the whole world on OnlyFans makes you a boss bitch.
He cleaned everything up. And he took a shower. That's why he looked different.
Yeah, he tried to save your fucking ass.
So then, he goes downstairs and he finds her like this, right? And she's paralyzed. But her entire throat is totally crushed. So she's like this, right? And he goes.
Since the trial of Lindsay Clancy began, people online have been speculating and even accusing her husband, Patrick Clancy, of being the one that took the lives of their 3 young children.
Yes. I'm laid on my bathroom floor. Mind your business. I need your guys' opinion on the Lindsay Clancy case. The husband that did it, right?
I'm a certified doula, and I was a psych major in college, and I believe Patrick either did this or was complicit.
Yeah. They're doing this bit over dead babies. Can't wait for the documentary to come out. This is so exciting. So we're turning real murder of babies, real fucking murders into babies, into a crime mystery because these women are so fucking crazy.
Trial, I just started a couple days ago, so I don't have all the facts, but what I have is at first I was very much on the husband's side.
Husband did it, is what she says.
Hold up.
Look at this. That moment, you're listening to Lindsay Clancy trial, and your entire opinion flips on, he's the guilty one.
Lindsay Clancy is literally finding out she is innocent just as we are finding out she's innocent.
Patrick, it's looking like you killed your kids. So, no, my wife killed them. This trial is for her. You went hiking in Costa Rica 3 weeks after the murders.
Yeah, because his wife murdered his babies. Then we get to all the sisterhood. It's going to get worse because women did it with their babies. They did it with their babies. They brought their babies out to support a baby killer. Oh,
Okay,
God,
now hold
that-
on a minute, because if we're going to
Uh-huh.
make Patrick the bad guy here, we're going to have to explain a few things first. Patrick worked from home. He took paternity leave with his children, including 12 weeks when Callan was born. When Lindsay needed more help, he then hired a part-time nanny. When Lindsay started struggling with
This whole thing goes out that he had to call half the time to find out what was wrong or what medicine he needed. This lady was a fucking crazy bitch. If there's anybody to blame, it's the 6,000 fucking psychiatrists and all the cross drugs. Because this is what we're having with all these suicide or these motherfucking school shooters. They're fucking tranny kids with SSRIs and hormones, and they don't mix.
And I don't care what men or even women have to tell me. I will continue for the rest of my life till I fucking die. Preached at the top of my lungs that I hate men. Because a real man, a man not worth hating, will know that he's not the men that I'm talking about.
Wear pink for the Clancy trial. Let's support a lady who murdered. There is this all over the fucking internet because she jumped out the window and paralyzed herself. And here she is getting wheeled in, and they're making a video of it. And what does it say? Let me move this up so I can read it. I can't read it. It's a video where they circle in on her like she's a victim. She's the victim. I hate when they do this happens. I fucking usually get the first one. This lady right here, this hurt my feelings because she doesn't look like a nut job, but she's a nut job. She's a fucking nut job. Who's next? I'm doing the individuals, and I'm going to show you the crowds that came. They put their states from Colorado.
Works miracles. And I believe in a God who brings redemption to our stories. And that is what I'm praying for with the Lindsay Clancy.
Oh, she's going to cry.
One card popped out. Yes. Yes with the King of Cups. Notice how there's a nod about emotion.
Know that we could have been only one step away from doing some of those horrific things. No.
CPS! 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 You shouldn't have children if you're one step away. The problem is they don't see motherhood as a worthy thing. They don't see it. They see it as trad, the patriarchy.
Because we experience
killing. We experience that killing our babies better than having our babies.
Significant mental health issues after one of our children was born.
Okay, postpartum depression.
The reality is my wife had postpartum. The reality is my wife had to have fucking postpartum. I'm going to try not to cry. And she had to take care of those goddamn kids 2 weeks after the second was born. And she fucking mothered up. And she moved cross country. And she got to family. And she became that bad bitch. She didn't fold. She didn't murder. She married a soldier. She knew this is what we had to do. I bawled my eyes out. She had to deal with a kid that got fucking almost an infection, almost died. I couldn't come home. I was in fucking Korea. But she never once went, I'm going to murder my kids because it's about me. It's all about me. They got to be the star. Look at this fucking video. They're selling shirts. Fucking shirts. For a woman that murdered her babies. And here comes the sisterhood. Outside the fucking courthouse.
Could be me. So just here to support. Wanted to support Lindsay and just say it could be, one of my sister-in-laws. It could be one of my best friends, and it could be me. So
It
just
could be
know
me.
one of my sister-in-laws. It could be one of my best
Look
friends,
at that
and it could be
line.
me.
Look at that
just
fucking
here to
line.
support.
We are hearing her. We see that she tried everything. And I really do
she
believe
didn't.
that she went into a state of psychosis.
She could have gave the kids up. She had family. Her mother was there, a nanny, a father. There is no excuse for this.
And I think for me, the only thing that's
Infanticide.
really missing here that I said to another woman is the children, and I just haven't heard a lot of people talking about them, and that's concerning to me. But
The kids! These are women! These aren't these little lollipop, listen to Taylor Swift all day, all about me, millennials and Zs. These are grown-ass women. Babies don't matter. She killed the babies aren't even in the conversation. Husband's a piece of shit. Astrology. And my life's hard because I got to be a mother.
what do you say to that?
Absolutely, the children. That's what we're here for too. The children.
No, you're not.
don't
Nobody
take-
even talked about the kids.
System failed her. She was looking for help and no one was there. I don't know if us being here will make her feel any better, but she's living in hell right now.
She saw 8 fucking psych people, had a mom, had a nanny, had a husband. No, you don't get a pass. 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 You don't look at all these fucking pieces of
Hundreds
shit.
of people, mostly
These
women,
fucking
have
women need their
gathered
kids
outside
taken
of
from
the
them.
Plymouth Superior Courthouse to show their support for Lindsay Clancy.
It felt like the system failed her. She was begging for help and no one was there.
Look at this. Hearts. How do you
Hundreds
make
of
a
women
heart?
dressed in pink gathered outside Lindsay Clancy's trial to show their support. Her defense says she was suffering from postpartum psychosis and should not be held criminally responsible. What do you think?
A heart for a child murderer. Frontline was there. Look at all these goddamn pieces of shit. Look at these pieces of shit. This goes on. There's an hour and a half of film of people sitting there. Then the troubling part came. The troubling part was that women decided, I'm going to take a video with my baby and say, same here.
Lindsay Clancy's supporters are so...
All right. Same here. This is so fucking disturbing. Every one of these women should lose their child. They should take the child away. The mother shouldn't be there. This is a collage.
Clancy's supporters are so desperate over the expected verdict that one woman posted videos appearing to show her trying to harm her own child. As the trial seems to move in an increasingly unfavorable direction for Clancy, many female supporters have started posting videos titled Same Lindsay. Most of them are new mothers who say they strongly relate to Clancy's stress, fear, and mental condition. But one supporter has caused serious concern. The woman is a single mother raising 6 children. It appears that the pressure of caring for them, combined with her strong support for Clancy, has pushed her into an emotional breakdown. She posted videos of her child crying for a long time while she talked about her parenting decisions and emotional pain. Many viewers believed she might be preparing to copy Clancy. They quickly reported her videos and account, and some also contacted police. Police located the woman and will evaluate her mental condition. Lindsay Clancy's supporters are so desperate over the expected verdict that one woman posted videos appearing to show her trying to harm her own child. As the trial seems to move in an increasingly unfavorable direction for Clancy, many female supporters have started posting videos titled "Same, Lindsay."
More. Look at that. With that beautiful baby, she posts this. That beautiful gift from God. One went to the goddamn thing. Look at that. Take her baby away. Take the baby away. Take the baby away. She shouldn't have the baby.
Clancy's supporters are so desperate
Take it away.
over the expected verdict that one woman posted videos appearing to show her trying to harm her own child. As the trial seems to move in an increasingly unfavorable direction for Clancy,
I personally feel like Lindsay loves her children so much
that she murdered them. That she murdered them.
Lindsay Clancy's supporters are so desperate over the
This
expected
lady make
verdict
the
that
same
one
thing.
woman
There's
posted
that
videos
more
appearing to show her
different
trying to
ladies.
harm her own child. As the trial seems to
Different
move...
ladies.
Go be with God, baby. Those are Lindsay Clancy's words, not mine. Take time to read her civil suit.
Yeah, poor thing. Life was so hard. She had to be a mom, so she
Lindsay
murdered
Clancy's
her babies.
supporters are so
Look at this.
desperate over the expected verdict
More-
that one woman posted
more
videos appearing
different
to show her
people.
trying to harm her own child. As the trial seems
Another
to move...
one.
Same Lindsay is now a new trend on TikTok because I guess now it's normal for mothers to openly admit to wanting to off their kids or having thoughts of offing their kids. The most insane part about the entire Lindsay Clancy situation is that once again we have a horde of women blaming a man for something that the actual perpetrator of the crime.
Boom. This lady, she is crying hysterically. Since this trial started, I've not been okay. Women don't hear her voice in that diary. We heard her own. She loved those babies with her whole heart. She carried the entire mental load of that home and was drowning the whole time. She asked for help. We didn't catch her. He knew it. And he called her crazy. She murdered her babies.
More Lindsay Clancy stuff. I have chills and may or may not have cried watching all of these women and men show up for Lindsay Clancy dressed in pink. Is this her last day of trial? It is so beautiful to see that we're able to acknowledge what you did is so horrible and horrific, but also the events and circumstances and lack of support and resources and also over medication and a variety of other factors contributed to you, the person who loved your children more than anyone on this planet Earth, taking them off of this earth.
Would she have 8 psychiatrists? And then I had to search, my friends, to find fuck that bitch.
She didn't confess, and the state still has to prove their charges beyond a reasonable doubt. I'm a forensic scientist and a former CSI. I keep getting tagged in videos from real estate attorneys and TV writers and psychic mediums. At this point, we are splitting hairs, but I am happy to address it. Did Lindsay Clancy give a videotaped or written...
You don't think I'm a lawyer because I have a legal opinion based in fact that you don't like to hear because it doesn't go with your conspiracy theories you made up from watching too much television. Lindsay Clancy admitted to killing her children. She admitted to this in her civil lawsuit that was filed, which is admissible in the criminal case because it's a statement.
Men can't seem to understand why we are on Lindsay Clancy's side.
Oh, no worries. It's not just men that are wondering why. There's a lot of very reasonable and very rationally minded women wondering the exact
Bam.
I can't believe all these mothers in support of Lindsay Clancy. Clearly, you guys would have hurt your children because I never would have done that. Okay, well, good for you. Because us mothers that did have postpartum depression, that did suffer, that almost did not make it, we can see another loving mother.
The discussion around Lindsay
There's no loving
Clancy's
mother.
trial for murdering her own 3 children is perhaps the greatest indictment of modern man-hating feminism that I have ever seen in my life. First off, to be clear, Lindsay Clancy admits that she killed her children, and so does her attorney.
She
Despite
says
that,
it.
We are Lindsay Clancy. No, the fuck we aren't. And the women across social media pushing the we are Lindsay Clancy and stating that could have been me, you need to have your children taken away.
Bam! Another one. Take the fucking baby. Take the fucking baby. North Dakota mom cut 3 kids' throats in her bed before cops followed blood trail to evil scene. Copycats are already starting. They're already starting. This lady, there's a special place in hell for women that kill their fucking babies. She's fucking right. This can't be real. It is real. Women are supporting a murderer.
Can you imagine strangling 3 of your children?
No.
And then sliding out of a 2-story window and calling it attempted suicide?
Yeah, no. Another one. No, we're not with her. We're not with her. No, no, no.
Is there anybody left who actually believes Lindsay Clancy is in fact guilty, but that she was under postpartum psychosis? Because I feel like I'm lost in the masses
No,
I
she's
just
not.
want to say, for all of y'all who are free Lindsay people, I hope y'all were listening to the reports of Lindsay's medical records after the unaliving of her children. I really do, because the prosecution listed Callan's birthday court.
This is not a trial about whether she's guilty. She is already guilty.
This lady's with their baby going, there's no fucking way in hell I would kill my babies. Believe all women, unless of course she's admitting to murdering her 3 children. Don't believe her then. It's the man's fault, because men are garbage. Okay, this one I gotta read. I don't remember what this says. I see your man defender at heart. I just believe there had to be signs she was going crazy, and he should have put his kids at his. What? The country might need an intervention. These women need to be vetted for everyone's safety. And that's what I'm saying. I'm saying we are literally in a world right now where I worry for some women. There's a guy online who broke up with his girl because of that. He asked her, what do you think about the Clancy? She said, well, I can understand postpartum. And he broke up. And she goes, I can't believe you're breaking up with me over an opinion. No, I'm breaking up because you're not a person that I'd want my mother, because a mother of my children, because you'd kill him. Hot take. The reason women are trying hard to blame Patrick Clancy instead of Lindsay is because they created the whole man versus bear narrative. That's so fucking true. Oh my God. That's actually a really good one.
Lindsay Clancy is 100% guilty and should be criminally charged. I have done lots of research.
Yep. Somebody call 911. How I feel seeing videos of mothers with their children saying same. It scares me. It fucking scares me. This is a woman at a football game. I slipped it in here. She tackles the other team and got arrested. She tackled another team because they tackled her buddy or something. She came out of the stands. We have a woman problem in America. I didn't think we did.
Something's gonna make some of y'all mad. Lindsay Clancy, her kids, she did it. Not her husband, she did it.
Damn. Another. This is bad. We got problems. What's wrong with us? And last but not least, prosecutor, Linda killed it. Defense, my client killed the kids. Husband, my wife killed the kids. Lindsay Clancy, I killed the kids. Women on TikTok, it was the husband. You know, forever, I really thought that the worst thing about our country is that we made our men to be little pussies. We took away, we gave away participation trophies. We didn't hold them to any kind of standard. But I think the damage is more with women. They don't understand that it's not about you. And I'm sorry for getting emotional, but it's the first thing I thought about. Me and my wife made love the night before I left because she wanted to make love, and it hurt her so bad that I stopped and just held her, and we both cried. Not because we were going to be separated, because she was going to have to take care of those kids all by herself. A toddler and a 2-year-old or 2-week-old in the middle of nowhere, fucking Oklahoma. We finally got our house sold on Assumption. It ended up being the worst thing we ever did. We had to file fucking bankruptcy because the guy never paid for it because we didn't know what Assumption was because I was 20 years old. And then she moved across the country, soaked in urine on an airplane, lived in the basement of her parents' house who didn't give a fuck about her, and the kids couldn't come upstairs. 6 months later, I show up. I buy him beds. I do all this stuff. I have to leave. And I would not come back for 10 more months because of the Gulf War. 10 more months. We filed bankruptcy during it. I was on a phone on the DMZ saying how much I love her. I'm so sorry. And she said, it's not your fault. And the judge said, it's not your fault, son. You got screwed. But it's early and you'll be fine. We could have gave up. She could have murdered the kids. We could have quit on the marriage because everything was going to shit. But we didn't because we're Gen X. We know it's not about us. It was never about us. The parents didn't give a fuck about us. The teachers didn't give a fuck about us. Nobody gave a fuck about us. We were latchkey kids, and that's the way the world was. You fucking show up and take care of your goddamn self. You make fucking cocoa with Baker's cocoa and realize you don't use Baker cocoa to make fucking cocoa. Maybe, just maybe, we babied the kids. Maybe us going, I want to treat my kids better than I was treated. Maybe we fucked up in doing it. Because all I know as I go across all of the internet, we are so fucking fucked. We're just fucked. The woke mind virus now makes women think that's excusable. So just like with Charlie Kirk, these 3 kids are not at this case. Nobody's talking about the children that this piece of fuck, self-centered, garbage human who was on medicine, had psychiatrists, had a nanny, had a mommy, had a supportive husband who wasn't fucking around on her, murdered her children. And we're excusing it because men suck. Really? Let's do a quick woke, and then we're going to end on crime.
Whether Joe Biden believes this madness or is simply too weak to resist it, his administration has been completely hijacked by the radical left. The dividing line in America is no longer between right or left. The choice is between normal or crazy.
That fucking section got me pissed the fuck off. It just fucking pisses me off. Because my wife is no different than any other woman. Well, nowadays she is. She's completely different. She's completely different. She built out of a different cut. Because most of these women would buckle. So I wanted to do a homeless section. I don't have a lot of videos. Because I don't want to play it. But I went and did a quick research on this. Homelessness hits record high in California, jumps dramatically in the rest of the U.S. We're tired. 116-year-old Seattle business closed shop and encampment safety concerns. 116. Another one. Another business leaving downtown Seattle, city's crime safety concerns. Now, so what we're going to do is we're just going to use Google, all right? This is Daddle, 8/26/12/22, 8/26/12/21. Okay, this one. We'll do it in order. We'll do it live, goddammit. And I didn't want to put these in. I'm just going to do it like this. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. So what does this one say? Individual businesses such as cafes and restaurants in an area like Ballard or Lake City have reported thousands of dollars in property damage, theft, or vandalism. Broader pressure. These are the business. Comprehensive small business surveys and tracking data in Seattle generally cite a mix of post-pandemic. See, this is Google trying to cover up for the left. I think I got this twice. Okay, this one. This is the one that just, this is hard to understand if you really want to think about it. 18,365 individuals experience homelessness across King County. This reflects a 9% increase from 2024, showing a greater growth rate compared to a 26% jump recorded from 22 to 2024. Then, because I had to know about the next fucking shithole country, this is fucking California, and it's obvious if you're paying attention. Look at that. 180,934 homeless people in California. And why is that? Well, it's because they monetized it. I mean, let's be honest. They made it so you come here and you'll make money. You'll make money. We will pay you to be a piece of shit sucking the life out of taxpayers. Because fuck you. Fuck you and fuck you and fuck you. So, how do we get there? We get there because the woke has gone, next level wokeness. We're not in the regular woke. We're in the huge woke. Here's Dean Withers. Dean Withers is a huge guy, and there's I don't know if it's true. I'm not going to say it's alleged. This piece of fucking shit who goes on and tells everybody they're garbage. Well, guess what?
Dean Withers is getting exactly what he deserves. Dean Withers has set the precedent that we should just believe all women constantly for any sliver of details that they mention as it relates to specifically any SA-involved situations.
He did it with guys.
Dean Withers, you know the man. He always has smoke and talking greasy about our president, Donald J. Trump. Well, he has his own issues, right?
This is Dean Withers. He's a 21-year-old liberal influencer, and he's just gotten some really disturbing allegations against him. Now, I disagree with Dean on a lot of things, but I've looked at the evidence in this situation, and all of it seems to be based on screenshots from a fake profile. I believe that somebody manufactured this to attack Dean. Now, Dean has made some mistakes. He gets really, really emotional, and he just starts saying shit. Don't ask him about his anxiety vape pen. He'll lose his entire mind. But whoever is...
I don't know if it's true or not.
Liberal live streamer Dean Withers got hit with fake SA allegations, and things are not going well for him.
Welcome into You Support Trump?
It doesn't make you not guilty.
Oh, okay. So you're saying it doesn't make me not guilty?
Yeah.
I've proven that I'm not guilty.
No, I mean, I didn't think that was really good facts, honestly. You can delete messages. You can go on a different account. You can have a bad screenshot. What? Just because she ChatGPT the message, what does that have to do? Why can't she ChatGPT the message?
Wait. Not only was the message that she sent to me AI generated, but the message I sent back to her supposedly was also AI generated.
It was, AI detectors
stop
can be wrong,
talking.
right?
Stop talking. Shut up!
It's life, Dean.
Did I show that the DMs were fake?
We'll get you a little anxiety, Pen, alright?
Answer the question. Yes, I am. I am getting loud. I am getting upset. You are accusing a victim of.
Right, I'm not gonna play. He ends up crying, and now he knows what it's like when he does this to everybody.
You guys
he does this to everybody.
Withers. He's the liberal influencer.
They just did it to Natalie Hart.
Allegations.
They just did it to Natalie Hart.
Dean has SA allegations against him, and I love this for him because, we're using his own logic against him. He says, believe all women. We got to believe women when they accuse a man of doing something. And remember, he befriended fucking Harry Sisson because Harry Sisson was, you know, doing something sketchy with.
Reported by individuals claiming those things, I can say them.
Yeah. Yeah, I heard something crazy about him just the other day.
I heard that he was invited on this show, agreed, and at the last minute backed out, said he needed to reschedule, and then never did.
And that's because it came out. Now, is it true or not? I don't know. But that's the key thing. We don't believe it when it's a lefty. You're a piece of shit if you believe it. We excuse lefties. We don't excuse righties. We excuse lefties. We're not even righties, but non-lefties. Here's another lefty. Spared execution 8 times. Oldest inmate in the U.S. dies at 101. We paid for that guy's life forever. This one. A man could lose his job, find out his wife has been cheating on him, is leaving with his kids, but he has cancer. And if he got frustrated and slapped her around, there's not a single woman in America would defend or make excuses for him. But if a woman gets baby blues and strangles her child to death as they struggle and fight her, women everywhere start talking about how bad postpartum depression is. Mark my words, you are creating the most misogynistic generation of men to ever live, and you need to know it's all your fault. There's some truth to it. Here, he murdered a guy, and these people, they're going to have to recluse a judge, and he's going to get a new trial because of racism or something. That's interesting. All right, this one. Jamel Hill and Don Lemon say Stephen A. Smith has become problematic because he hosted certain people and hanging out with them. They are the arbiters of who and what you can be. So I'm going to wrap this into the crime section. We'll just go straight into this. And Trinidad migrant Brooke Desage, 33, has been found guilty of raping an elderly man outside St. John Church in Harrow, northwest London. CCTV showed him dragging the heavily intoxicated pensioner off a bench, attacking him behind a boarding. He continued with the horrific attack for 20 minutes before the witness saw the incident from her window and called police. The defendant, he was an interpreter during the trial, told police in an interview he had been trying to help the victim who was drunk. But after being shown the footage from a council camera, DeSantis stopped the interview, spoke with the solicitor, and refused to speak anymore. He's going to walk. Let's look at some statistics. This is all statistics. Interracial violent crimes. Black on Asian, Asian on black. 191,970 black on Asian, 11,850. This was when Trump said China virus, but it was actually black people beating up the Asians, not white people. Black on white, white on black. 2,382,400 black on white crimes. This is from 17 to 21. Only 371,540 the other way. Black on Hispanic and Hispanic on black. Black on Hispanic, 741,600. Hispanic on black, 243,380. The rest of his stats. In a 5-year period, we have roughly 2.38 million black on white violent incidents, more than 6 times the number of white on black incidents. If you're Asian, you're 16.2 times more likely to be victimized by a black offender. If you're white, you're 6.4 times more likely to be victimized by a black offender. If you're Hispanic, you're 3.0 times more likely to be victimized by a black offender. Black and white interracial violence, 86.5% black on white, 13.5% white on black. These numbers are they don't show you these. In black on Asian, 94.2% black on Asian. In Hispanic, 75.3% black on Asian. When is the White House going to address this? They're never going to. This is the guy that literally lied about this whole thing, committed suicide, but because he's a gay black man, we're lauding him as a great person. And that this is the family photo. He's in panties. And I'll save the last for the section because this is horrible. This fucking beating is fucking horrible. It's a horrible fucking beating. It is the worst fucking beating ever. Let's go into just stupid shit. Let's go with Colorado. Colorado has become smaller and they don't win as much. Here's their fitness coach.
Do your job and do it well and do it with pride. You guys all have one of the most known logos in college football. Be proud of that.
It's a woman. That's not me saying it. That's people saying it. They went downhill the moment he picked up a woman strength and conditioning. Dylan is back. Dylan got a Nike contract.
Rock the class, boy bands are trash. I like Johnny Cash and Grandmaster Flash.
You're stupid.
Really? Why?
Really stupid.
This is the ad. Just do it. Yes, sports.
Right now, something new.
Sports bras. This one says, women want to be here. Men want to be with her. Dylan Mulvaney, the true definition of beauty and glam.
So how many of y'all remember this? The Dylan Mulvaney Nike campaign. So don't worry, this isn't a video about Dylan. Just hang on. And this is Allison Felix. She competed in the 2004, 2008, 2012, 2016, and the 2020 Olympics as a U.S. track star. So why am I bringing up these two people? They were both sponsored by Nike. But the difference here is that Allison Felix is a biological female. And when she got pregnant, Nike decided that they were going to cut her pay by 70%.
The growing backlash to big billion-dollar corporations who are sponsoring transgender influencer and activist Dylan Mulvaney, and the wider debate about the inclusion of transgender women and female issues in spaces. Less than a week after Mulvaney generated controversy for becoming a paid partner for Bud Light, this happened. It's now facing a boycott. She now has a paid partnership with Nike to model sports bras and leggings on social media. As you can see, Mulvaney has also partnered with Ulta, Kate Spade, and even Tampax. Proponents say the companies are promoting diverse talent, but critics are arguing that companies are promoting transgenderism and pandering to the woke left.
Just a little
Currently
bit.
cold out. It's my first winter season as a woman, and it's also the first winter that I have boobies. So you bet your bottom dollar I'm going to do everything in my power to take care of them. So I'm using the EOS Shea Better 24-hour. The prospect of me doing a tampon partnership. I mean, it made the news.
Sure it did, just like all them Bud Lights flying off the shelves. 'Cause I wanna be a cowboy.
This is really happening. The Adidas website shows what appears to be a biological male model wearing a women's one-piece bathing suit. The new Adidas ad campaign is drawing comparisons to Nike's partnership with trans activist Dylan Mulvaney, who infamously danced around in sports bras and was billed as the new face of Nike women. Kaylee, what's wrong?
So I'm going to blow this up. This is what they've done so far. Nike Women, Bud Light, Ole Hendrick, Plaza Hotel, Jack Daniels, can't read, Mole, Ultra Beauty, Tampax, Crest, Kate Spade, OkCupid, Svenda Vodka, Urban Decay, Walmart, Mugler, Rent the Runway, Arizona, Erizio, and Charlotte Tubby. That's all the things that they have given this guy who literally mocked womanhood to bow to HRC and all that crap. So what's happening to Nike? Oh, maybe their stock hits a 12-year low and they lost $200 billion or something.
The Nike stock price collapsed this week to its lowest level in more than a decade. It's now down nearly 80% from its all-time high just 5 years ago. Moshe, a lot of questions about.
It's Dylan Mulvaney, and they put the perfect song.
They saturated the market with Air Jordans. All the vintage stuff they saturated with because that was where they were only getting the bites from. They still need new blood at the top. Elliott came back, but he's a career.
Nike stock just closed at $39.09. That is the lowest close in 12 years. The brand that built sneaker culture is down 78% from its 2021 peak. And this wasn't just a crash, it was a slide. Year-end closes ticking down from.
Yesterday we spoke about Nike and their huge stock price decline. Well, there were some specific points that were brought out that I thought was important. Part of the reason that they've declined, number one, they made Kaepernick the face of their 30-year anniversary campaign. They canceled the Betsy Ross sneaker. They partnered with Dylan Mulvaney, and the list goes on. No surprise it's dropped as much as it has.
They canceled the fucking Betsy Ross, and then Biden put it on the building. I run into this. This is a new trend on TikTok. This is a person that says she's an Afghan, but she's not. And she stages this shit because a lady said that she was Israeli. And she does a whole thing that she doesn't want her to be there. And it's a whole performative thing. I'm just going to play it briefly. But this is what they're doing now to try to suck up to what? The Free Palestine weirdos. Look at this. I set my phone down.
You stole money from me. I did not steal money from you. You made a deposit. I don't support Israel.
Please don't record me. That's really offensive.
No, but
was
Yeah.
not a genocide. But if
and
there
see,
was-
that's exactly. This is the woman's Facebook post about me, and I'm gonna let you guys look at.
And I read the Facebook post. And it's 100% spot on. It's 100% spot on. You're a piece of shit. And I posted on it that, A, you're not an Afghan, you're an American. You might be Afghan at birth. Because if you were Afghan, you wouldn't be supporting the Palestine, and you wouldn't be supporting Afghanistan, who treat women like garbage, but Israel doesn't treat women like garbage. And if your business model is, fuck people that don't agree with me, I hope you go out of business. It was a trend. I ran into it. Then I run into this person. Her name is Sophia Isela. Her whole music is fuck man.
You guys want to see who my new favorite is? You got to see this chick's page.
Don't kill all the boys. You can kill every woman who has had sex with a man. But save for yourselves the young girls who have not had sex with a man.
Yeah, she's the one who walks around like the Grim Reaper at her shows. This is where girls go to feel bad together.
Yeah. Look at
something
her.
that people get wrong about you? Is there like a misconception?
She's not real. She pulls her pants off every video.
Say something to the crowd. You have to greet them and shake their hand. And good vibes, good. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Who watches this kind of music? All her lyrics. This is a video she made. She is killing men.
This is what the final level of hating men looks like. Ready? This is her ultimate fantasy. It's payback time, men.
Here. I don't understand.
Apparently her songs are about how awful men are. You know, how they're pervs and PDF files. Meanwhile, she's the perv. Yeah, just constantly undressing on stage in front of young women. Yeah, what a champion for the abused. Yeah, just degrade and objectify yourself in front of them. You know, all the things you're mad at men for doing.
And we wonder why the Lacey trial is bad. Here's general liberalism, and then we'll go into the crime. The crime. You can't be MAGA. So a lady, I don't even know who the fuck she is, but she's a celebrity, and she's marrying a MAGA guy, and now the internet's turned on
Quite
her.
liberal men trigger my fight or flight. Sir, you can't expect every woman to want to date an unmasculine man with socialist aspirations. It takes a dangerous degree of obsession to make an entire thread about a celebrity's fiance. So let's unpack what you're really mad about. You're mad that he shared a clip of Charlie Kirk saying to go on a road trip with your significant other. We can't all be lonely and dwelling in a basement with 10 open incognito tabs like you. You're mad that he's pro-life. Sir, not everyone wants to see babies sucked out of the womb via vacuum and turned into Korean skincare. You searched through his entire following to criticize the accounts that he follows, and I want to know how this helps you pay your bills. And you're mad about the church that he follows when it's...
And he does this performative art. Charlie Kirk being shot and dead. This is performative art.
Checking in on...
Okay, I'm going to pause it. This is fucking horrible. The backdrop is Charlie Kirk dead. This is the kind of guy that is cool on the internet, but this girl,
checking in on the
piece of shit.
compassionate left. This is the woman who posted it. Is it any surprise?
Nope. This lady.
Will they like the sign or will they be mad?
Woman, yeah, you need to fuck you. No! Yeah. You want me to calm down? Control women. That's all you want to do is control women and go, I spit on you, you fucking men.
How do you get like that?
My name is Sophia Hunt, and I'm Turning Point USA's Club America chapter president at Westfield High School in Westfield, Indiana. At our local Rock the Block event last week, it's a back to school event, I was working with my Turning Point chapter, my secretary and treasurer, and we were talking to families about what Turning Point was, what it does within our school, and what we stand for, and handing out the cutest red, white, and blue bracelets. A little boy came up to our booth, and he tried to grab a bracelet, and I saw a mom come and drag him away. I then looked at her and I said, "Hey, are you okay?" She then immediately responded, "Why the F are you asking me if I'm okay?" I was flabbergasted. I then said, "Your son wanted a bracelet, here's a bracelet." And she slapped it out of my hand and started cursing at us, screaming at us, and calling people we support racist, homophobic, and disgusting, saying, quote unquote, "You guys are supporting a piece of sh." And I said, "I hope you have a better day." She then stormed off and was still yelling at us in front of parents and children, probably between the ages of 6 and 10. And the crazy part is that she admits it in her own video that she flipped out and that she was seeing red.
If you're still MAGA, you're either a pedophile, an abuser, lacking intelligence, or so greedy that you have no moral compass.
I said everybody is welcome, but I said I don't want this group meeting here.
Sir, we're just meeting for the first.
This is a guy kicking people out because they're pro-life and they're in his coffee shop.
Meeting.
I don't care. Go to the public library. This is my place of business.
But I thought this was like, we come here all the time. We just already bought our food and stuff.
That's fine.
But you're kicking us out of your... We're just
Did I make it very clear that I did not want you here? Yeah, I did.
This guy's a piece of shit.
Listen, I'm all for people having a better life.
This is a Hispanic guy at a food pantry.
When you start demanding, like if your religion prohibits you from eating whatever it is that you eat, that's your problem. That's not us American.
So what the problem is they go to this food pantry to get free food, and they say it's not halal, and that he's a piece of shit because he doesn't have halal food. It's free food. The diarrhea outbreak is because of capitalism.
Diarrhea outbreak is the fault of capitalism, and I'm going to explain why. Hi, I'm Dr. Hillary Agro. I'm an anthropologist and community organizer. Follow me because I'm giving away my PhD in little bits and pieces, redistributing it to...
And this is why they're all voting for these assholes in DSA.
So the two things that we're famous for is our commitment to a program and our hatred of the United States Constitution.
Bam. There it is. To our crime section. Okay, I've been sitting on this for a while because I have so much content. So I'm just going to be quick and fast. We're going to start with the Israelites. These are fucking white liberals that feel they're such garbage they must kiss black people's feet. And it's not a one-off.
Yeah. Let me tell you something.
And he's wearing a thong. That says everything. Here's another one.
It's the truth. Now, Shane, show me you
a white woman apologizing for slavery.
She cried with tears of joy because she finally knows what repentance feels like.
How do you get like this? How? Oh, I know why, because you don't see shit like this.
I will change my smoke alarm when I want to change my smoke alarm. Y'all, millions and millions of comments is not going to make me change my smoke alarm. No, I'm not going to the store to buy batteries to change my smoke alarm. I do not care if it bothers you. This is my home. This is my beeping.
Stealing. Crazy woman.
Look at that.
My husband's recording her.
Yeah.
This lady's lost her fucking everlasting mind.
The gentrification and whitewashing of African American vernacular on social media, especially on this app, needs to be studied by science. Because something I've noticed is that every time a new slang word pops up, 9 times out of 10, it's not just slang that are random kids.
White dads, riddle me this. How do you keep your kids from overdosing on fentanyl? Damn. Y'all don't know how to do that one, do you?
Oh, that's not good.
They fight so hard to keep shit the way it is because they scared of us. They scared we gonna do to them what they did to us.
Yeah, that's it. That's
Bitch,
it.
I didn't say take accountability for the fucking past. I'm talking about take accountability for what's still existing right now. And if it
Shouldn't even ask this question. What? Africa is the only motherfucking first world country. You Europeans ain't no first world.
Look at this beautiful New York City residents. These fucking people are not healthy. This one is scary as
I
fuck.
love making white people uncomfortable. And I love showing up in a space where white
This isn't
people are
racism,
big
though.
and bold.
This isn't racism.
Ready to be seen. And I'm here to make the place ghetto and disturbing. Yes,
Yeah,
you're gonna leave.
yeah, ain't you proud? Crime.
Oakland, California.
Oh, surprise. This black lady stealing again. Then beating up the cops. This happened on an airplane. I'm going to tell you right now, I am not a racist person. But this would be the closest I say a racist thing. Fuck this motherfucker. And this is what's wrong. This is the shit that I'm talking about. We keep saying over and 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 over, white people are garbage, white people need to repent, white people did this, white people did that. No. This is what white people do. This motherfucker's in the back of the plane. He bullies people to leave first. If you're not racist, let me leave first.
Prove you're not racist and let all the black people off the plane first.
Wait, I'm trying to see something. I'm trying to see something. Wait, I'm trying to see something. I'm trying to see something. Wait, I'm trying to see something. I'm trying to see something. Wait, I'm trying to see something. I'm trying to see something. Wait.
Good job.
There we go, all the way up to here. Stealing donuts. Need to be on a swivel. White people are dangerous.
Low IQ rumors any favors. Check out this chimpaganda right here.
Black people, we need to stay armed and dangerous when it comes to these white people. They are slowly taking us away. I'm telling y'all right the fuck now. If y'all don't, they gonna keep doing it. They trying to kill us off.
Holy shit, Jamal. That's some cope. Here's the truth, O ye of low IQ. Despite making up less than 14% of the population, blacks commit 84% of all interracial crime. In a 5-year period, there were roughly 2.38 million black-on-white violent incidents, more than 6 times the number of white-on-black incidents. Furthermore, if you are Asian, you are 16.2 times more likely to be victimized by a black person than the other way around. If you are white, you are 6.4 times more likely to be victimized by a black person than the other way around. And if you are Hispanic, you are 3 times more likely to be victimized by a black person than the other way around. Black-on-white violence makes you a staggering 86.5% of all interracial violence. White-on-black violence, only. Did you know the average IQ for blacks is 81? The average IQ for whites is 101.
These are all the things that people are posting now. They're racist, but people are done. They're done with this.
I know this gonna be controversial and definitely ruffle some feathers, man. But this is just from my observation. I don't know. I honestly don't think the majority of white people know how to throw fisticuffs.
Oh, check it out. Look at this. Foreigner black lady knows that she can do this and get free food. going crazy, breaking shit over chicken.
A woman was fired after showing up late to work 47 times and was awarded
She was awarded $11.25 million because she's black. Here's more Kill Whitey. We don't see this ever.
Black people,
Kill
we
Whitey.
gotta spin the block for our ancestors. We gotta spin the block for them.
Yeah, kill him.
All goes wrong. It's these motherfuckers. Yeah, bitch. You already know what color we in.
Very
She was
cool.
at her boyfriend's apartment when she was allegedly attacked by 27-year-old Dasair Jefferson, a man her family says she didn't know, after he began knocking on an upstairs neighbor's door.
Killed her. This is on a bus.
A girl in Florida was attacked by two older students on a school bus. On February 1st, Lily Trejo was involved in an argument with 15-year-old Jake Lynch while riding home from school.
And he beat the shit out of her. Nobody cares.
What's going on here?
No Pledge of Allegiance. Fuck America.
I have a question. How much do black girls pay for braids?
We
I'm
played
so
this
curious
one
on what the price
briefly.
Of the maintenance of that
These
is.
people go off on her.
Because
How about this? Okay, I wanna show this video, and remember, it's because racism. It's because they don't have a chance. It's not. It's about fucking parenting. Look at this fucking shit. This is lauded. Anything else isn't lauded. I ain't got enough food
Like
stamps.
somebody literally just wiped my food stamps off my car right now. Like, that shit is so fucking embarrassing, my nigga.
Oh my God, hey Liddy! Oh my God!
A takeover.
This right here, this the ignorant shit I be talking about. How the fuck do y'all call us chimps, monkeys, and shit? But y'all be the main motherfucking race, species, or whatever that be acting like fucking animals. The fuck? Y'all the main ones that be
Interesting.
monkeying.
See, and why am I playing this? I'm playing this because you can put this online. You can say all this racist ass shit, and you can get it with them. Look at this.
It's almost time.
It's almost time to kill the white people. Million Man March in Mississippi.
All black people from everywhere around this country, we need to all just go down to Mississippi.
And beat ass. Here's a teacher getting his ass robbed by a student because he took his phone in class.
You might ask the question and say, where did this person learn to be like this? Who's raising
Mom
this kid for him to act this way?
Dad.
Let me answer that question for you.
Yep. That's where. Look at this.
Check out this nonsense.
Google AI. I'm alone with the white person. It's okay to be unsafe. I'm alone with a black person. Being alone with a black person is normal everyday life.
So I just tested this like 5 seconds ago, and it still does this. You can
Google
literally
AI.
type this in
I
on your
checked
phone
it.
right
It
now,
does
and
it.
it will give you this
It's
answer.
okay to be scared with a white person, even though the facts are
Wanna
totally
hear
the
something
opposite.
crazy?
Look at this fucking
If
shit.
every black person left America tomorrow, the U.S. population would decrease by 14%. The number of prisoners would be reduced by 40%. The number of gangs...
Bro, you alright?
This dude just walking around kicking cars, nobody doing anything. These kids just breaking into shit. Family-owned market during California street takeover. And who gets the money? Here's a white lady. Once again, it's always a white lady.
Still stuck. See you later. Oh, what do you want for your birthday? I want the global downfall of white
Look at that.
supremacy. I want reparations paid to the black and brown and indigenous community for the continued genocide against their people.
Oh, God.
I want white people to learn history and sit with the uncomfortableness of it every single day. I want white people to take steps to being anti-racist and know that if you really want to be anti-racist, you're going to be on that path till the day you die. And it's going to be uncomfortable, but you're going to create a better future. I want white people to be actively anti-racist and active allies, not performative ones. Myself included. Everyone should want that and take steps to make it happen.
Yeah, that's real. That's fucking real.
Wait until we get you like you come and get us. We not fighting each other anymore. Now we fighting all of you who not us. We coming, AI or not.
Yeah, you coming.
The amount of people who suffered or died due to a liberal judge's empathy is as vast as the universe. This case sticks out, though, due to the incredible speed in which the empathy came back to kill. You are looking at a man who killed someone in 2013.
But since being released for that crime back in 2020, court records show he's been charged several more times with felony gun possession and other gun-related crimes.
Resisting an officer and a misdemeanor larceny charge.
And they just shared that video with us, so I want to show you that. That's just in. Miami police say that the woman had a fractured nose and a laceration to her cheek.
Now you see this white man right here, and you see his stink-ass dog. I'm standing right here, right? And you gonna let your dog...
To all the fellow racist Europeans, if you guys don't like us and you're so terrified of us, why don't you guys go back to Europe? That's an idea.
New tonight, some neighbors are dealing with a crisis in their apartment community near Grandview Heights. They called 6 on Your Side for help because they say crime is taking over.
Y'all, while I'm over here trying to get some little free Monster packets, nigga harassed me over the Monster leg. I really
She
gotta buy a
filled her
hot dog just to have 5
purse
packs
with
of
the
mustard.
mustard packet.
All you little gangbangers in these inner cities around the U.S., what y'all need to be doing is taking all that anger and the hatred and your bad attitudes and your 3 pounds and your 4.5s and your AKs and your ARs and your switches and your poo shiesty mask. Y'all need to be loading up them vans and y'all need to be going straight to Mississippi and handling them people.
Well, I don't know if you saw this video from Matt Swall, but this is the Wisconsin State Fair where a bunch of unruly teenagers decided to run around and just start beating the crap out of people. Now,
majority black.
So I took my daughter to the pool a couple days ago, and white men were coming up to her, telling her how cute she looked and things like that. And
they're being nice. Yeah,
Did
that's fucking
anybody
horrible.
Start the trend of white fatigue.
Yeah,
Because
it's you're not gonna catch up.
Need nothing more to compass their needs than when good men should look on and do nothing.
Is running from a man. Both of them get on this cat's bus in Northwest Charlotte.
Bingo. We're gonna cover this in a second. It is fucking. It's the ending. It's scary.
Let me
as
tell
fuck.
y'all something. What goes around comes around, motherfuckers. So all the shit you did to our ancestors.
How about this? Breaks the door because her phone. This is a grandma black woman.
And give me my fucking
Look at this.
shit. I will tear this.
Look at this.
Now give me my shit. Give me my shit.
How about this? A mother telling her kids.
When you see them, you see me. When you see me, you see them. And if I don't get out of line, what we doing, y'all? Pink, 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 pink.
Yeah, that's great. Look at this. What the fuck is that? How about this?
Welcome to Chimpganistan, motherfuckers. Genuine question. Why does every black community look like a zookeeper left the fucking gates open? Our entire real estate market fluctuates solely on how far away you can live from these motherfuckers right here.
All right, baby. Point to the dog that has the beautiful skin.
Oh, that's
Okay.
not racist.
Good.
I'm not training your kid to be
Point to the
racist.
dog
No.
that has the ugly skin.
This one
Ugly
for sure.
skin. Yeah, that's nice. Let me pause this one and get it down. That's fucking nice. This is actually run by a black guy, Louisville Hood News. A lot of these accounts aren't white racists. They're black people that are no different than anybody else with the overwhelming fatigue of all the stupid shit that happens in their fucking neighborhood. Look at this fucking shit. Got a goddamn shotgun going going down the road. Here's another liberal judge.
Well, Don, today I spoke with a former SPD officer who arrested this suspect multiple times. I also talked to Georgia State Representative Jesse Petrie and Savannah Alderman Nick Palumbo.
And they killed somebody. Another takeover. Majority black kids. Oh, surprise. Black kids. Here's a baby. She's flashing gang signs. She's 2. It's so bad that a podcast that I didn't even think was like this, Flecka Talks.
So you just get the 20% off of the new member.
This is one of those ones.
20% off times 2 though, because I really need to get this. I only had 180. We can take off the retail. I really want the retail though. Okay, so you only have 180. I only have 180. Do you want me to give you a $400 discount? Is that what you're asking? Absolutely, yes. No, ma'am. Your facial is $305. Okay. So you're gonna have to come up with $305. Like, what ideas do you have? I'm out of ideas. The thing that's frustrating, we talked about this in the consultation. We talked about all of this. We definitely talked about the 180 facial. And then you booked
and she wouldn't want to pay it. So this poor lady's getting it, and she's the bitch, right? Online, the comments were she's a racist bitch. Another black person doing the phone thing.
A woman who was very rude on the plane because she wanted to leave first.
Why are you so special?
Because I'm trying to get to the front.
Yeah, we're all trying to get to the front. We all paid the same goddamn money.
Okay, but I'm saying, sir, I'm just telling you, excuse me, if you move.
Cool, and the door ain't open.
I'm just saying, though, it don't matter.
It don't matter either way.
I'm trying to get up to the front.
Yeah, we all are. She always like that? Oh, sorry, you don't know her.
No.
If you say excuse me, it doesn't mean you can do the most thing on earth. Squeeze your fat body past front.
A guy who is at his wit's end and he's very frustrated and things get racial and he says some things.
I need to run back home. It should charge whatever it's going to charge on the app if you go back.
I can circle around, but then I'll have to cancel the ride because I'm already too far away. So I can loop back around, but then you'll have to reorder it.
No, because then I'm going to be paying the whole $13 again.
Let me know you'd like me to do. I'm going to drop you.
Go, drop me off, because that's stupid. I'm not about to pay a whole nother $15.
This is whenever you talk about black crime, it's always, well, white people commit more crime, or, well, what about school shooters? Yeah. That's a big one, and we actually have a little debunk on the school shooting myth.
Yeah, from Home Math, he said, do you think school shootings are a big problem? Think about every school shooting death in U.S. history, all of them in all states throughout time. That number is the same as the number of murders that U.S. blacks commit in 35 days.
That's brutal. So, we're going to take our time on this. I'm going to do it nice and slow. So what they've done, because they want to change all the algorithms, is they're doing this. These are all white guys. These Flecka guys covered. White. All those people are white. All white guys. Here's another one. All white.
Wake up. Enough is enough is enough is enough.
All white guys.
Time to wake up. Enough.
Look at that. This one. There's people posting these all over the place because they're done with the lies. FBI, National Statistic Based on Reporting System. White male murders per 100,000, 3. Hispanic, 12. Black, 64. White female, 0.7. Hispanic female, 2.4. Black female, 5.8. The numbers are brutally high, but yeah, it's white people. White people are the problem. Here's another picture graphic for those that are in the back and think this is all bullshit and that it's not true. Folks, this fucking shit is what I like to call bullshit. This is the shit that keeps fucking happening, all right? This keeps fucking happening because they don't want to admit that the experiment doesn't work. Look at that shit. There's Arabs, Latinos. They're white. People took all sorts of deep dives, and this is the thing they're doing. Here's them covering it.
Race of so many people, mainly men, who have been arrested. Race, white. And you can go to this website. It's for all the New Jersey mugshots and put in the race white. and you're going to see several non-white men.
So that's New Jersey. And then remember, San Francisco and certain cities are deciding.
All the same.
I thought were interesting.
During 2025, the New York Police Department arrested a black person every 4 minutes. It's supposed to be like a shocking number or something. So what? That means a black person committed a crime every 3 minutes. We don't get them all, right?
Or every 2 minutes and you got half of them.
Exactly.
Memetic Sisyphus had a great reply because people were like posting that from the left and being like, the police are racist. This is racism on full display. Can't believe it.
There are two ways to view this information. The first is that the police are in some way responsible for the pattern, that they're seeking out criminals of a certain race out of racial animus.
Or maybe motherfuckers are doing shit. Here's an old brother in the older range, and they know the facts.
Muslims to this day are enslaving black people in Africa. It was Muslims are the reason why we blacks are here in America today. Not because of what Christians, white people did to us.
Weren't those slave traders white men from Europe?
No, they were Muslims.
Arab slave
blacks
traders.
And Muslims. The slave trade was going on long before white people, Christians or Jews even showed up. In fact, from 700 AD, from what I can research, go Google stuff up. 18 million blacks were taken out of Africa into the eastern parts of Arabia and the east and so forth and so on. 18 million, whereas the whites and Christians bought about 13 million from the black and Muslim slave traders in the continent, the West African slave trade. But you never hear about that. You never hear that part. All you hear is what whites, Christians, and Jews did. The fault of white Christians and Jews is that they disobeyed the Torah. And for the love of money to make profit, they abandoned what they had forsaken in Europe and took on the curse of Africa by buying slaves. But they did not capture it. In fact, Henry Louis Gates has a new book. And apparently he is saying, something I've been saying, that over 90% of the slave trade in West Africa was black people and Muslims, not white people, only 10%. Right. And so you don't hear that kind of talk, but it's gonna have to come out now with all this media and information sharing. Everybody now can look in everybody's backyard. We can no longer hide the fact that Muslims are the primary reason why.
Bam. In this age of African Americans, 70 and above, need to start talking to these young blacks about, no, you don't. Because they lived through Jim Crow. Jim Crow was racist. Slavery was racist. What we have in this country now is the opposite. And then you have cases like this. Why I started finding these numbers, it's not because I'm a racist motherfucker. It's because I keep fucking seeing this over and over and over. If this was a white man beating this girl, it would be all over the media, but it's not. And it's in Charlotte. And it's the same fucking judges that keep releasing hardcore criminals and letting them murder women. Charlotte, North Carolina police have not arrested. They don't even have a suspect. A man seen on a camera beating a woman unconscious on a public bus. Security footage also shows that not a single person, because they were black, steps in to help. And she's repeatedly punished. She looks like she's Latino. But even if it was a black person, they wouldn't have done it. They don't give a fuck. This is a woman. This is why. It's why we carry. I never carried until the social justice onslaught that took over our fucking country and made everybody who is of dark persuasion think, well, I can just do what the fuck I want. Look at this film and tell me this is the way women should have to live in the United States.
Edited this because it's actually quite graphic. That woman there is running from a man. Both of them get on this CATS bus in Northwest Charlotte, and we're going to pause it where he starts to punch and kick her until she loses consciousness.
Yes, that woman was actually trying to get away from that man, at least according to CATS officials. That's what they told us at the time when this happened back in April. And then followed under the bus. The two were apparently having an argument of some sort. It turned violent. And officers did say that the man punched and kicked the 25-year-old woman until she lost consciousness. What's important to note here is that they are still, apparently, at least according to that last check, they are still looking for the suspect in this case. And this was released to us just hours ago, even though this incident did happen back in April as part of a public records request that we sent to CATS, and also the fact, too, that the case is still at least
Happy Monday, everyone. We are learning about a new assault that just happened on Friday morning to a 25-year-old woman near I-85 on Center Road. And what we know of, apparently this woman was trying to escape some type of verbal altercation that was ongoing, got on this CATS bus. A violent altercation happened, an assault there, which was reported by CMPD. They got to the scene. Both individuals had gotten off the bus and left that area. So we're getting more information tonight about safety precautions, and from CATS, what they're saying they're going to do as well. We'll have more for you here on WCNC Charlotte.
Well, they're currently not doing anything. And to close on this subject, this is a young African-American man who literally gets saved and pulls a gun on cops.
Careful, careful. Careful.
I'm going to speed it up. He starts attacking the cops. They have to fucking shoot his
Down
ass.
the knife, please. I don't want to shoot
He's got a
you.
knife.
What's
My
going
bad.
on?
Knife.
What's going on? Please, stop.
They pulled him out. They
I don't wanna
saved
shoot
him.
You. Stop.
Look at this.
Stop. Put the knife down. Stop. Put the knife down, please. Put the knife down, please.
If it was white, she would have shot him in the fucking face. In the fucking face. But she can't. Police spend more time trying to fucking not get shot and not shoot the fucking piece of shit that literally won't follow instruction. That guy was rescued by the cops, and then he pulled a knife on him. And yes, he has a rap shit as long as my beard. To the Okay, to my parting shots. After 11 years of sports columnist at the Seattle Times, I decided to resign. It was entirely my choice, and it was not an easy one. The impetus was the time to claim to run a column I wrote for a perspective of two female student athletes who were opposed to competing against biological males. It was one of the several pieces of mine that had been spiked, and I no longer felt like I could properly do my job as a columnist. I laid out the situation in greater detail in the link below, but I want to say that I enjoyed my time with the paper, find the talent there to be immense, and have no animosity towards anyone who worked there. It was just time for a change. This is the way. Good for you. Mainstream journalism in the U.S. is just a moonbat propaganda now. Everyone with a soul left should walk. More people will see this tweet than would have been in your article. Thank you, Matt. I was one of the female athletes you interviewed, and I truly appreciate the way you treated me. The Seattle Times deserved to be called out. It has become a left-wing rag that suppresses stories and viewpoints that challenges preferred political narrative. Even at 17, I could see eerily similars to what we've learned in history class about communism. To think that a 17-year-old female athlete in her story could be considered a threat to a powerful media machine like the Seattle Times shows that we have them against the ropes. This is huge. Huge. And I'm going to go in depth with it in the next podcast. But more people that do this. That 17-year-old isn't an anomaly. She was probably super liberal because she lives in Seattle and you don't have a choice. Her parents are probably liberal, but then you have to come in grips with it. As I said before, never had a problem with illegal migration. I thought it was wrong, but I didn't give a fuck because it's none of my goddamn business. Then my son gets T-boned. He loses his car, and I realize that I live in a state now where you can be illegal and drive, and we're not going to do anything to you because we don't want you to get deported. That's now fixed because we don't have the same mayor, but that's what Nashville was like. This man, Jake Lang, I just want to play it because it's now viral. That's a black man. He's not a racist. Listen to his words.
But you're only 1% of this nation. We are not a nation of Muslims. We are a nation of Christians. We are one nation under God, indivisible, the God of the Bible, the God of the Lord Jesus Christ. That's the God in whom we serve. I want you to prove to me we're not up under Sharia law. Will you denounce, Councilman O'Reilly, will you denounce Sharia law? Will you denounce Sharia law?
Nope.
I know you won't. Will you
No.
denounce Sharia law? Abraham, you went to Hillsdale. Will you renounce Sharia law? Will you renounce Sharia law? America, we have lost this city. This is a city that is no longer up under American laws. We are up under Sharia law. And we will not have it anymore.
And then,
enough.
there it is.
Enough.
30 seconds. They didn't care. And what he did was all because a racist piece of shit went up there, Jake Lang. And was it covered? Yeah, it was covered a little bit. But it wasn't covered a lot. It should have been covered more. Then I wanted to just close on some, and I just got it, and I know I'm really long, but, there's just no way for me not to cover this. We are told every day that our country is under fascism and autocratic and blah, blah, blah. Yet this fucking piece of shit bitch has been carted back from Ireland 400 times, and she held whatever show this is. Here's her. Jesus fucking Christ. 10 years later, Donald Trump resigned. 10 years, Private Pile. They won't give up the ghost.
I would like to close my final monologue here with a traditional Irish song dedicated to a very special boy.
How do you still derive pleasure from this, liberals? It's like why I don't watch the beginning I never watched cold open on SNL because it's just fucking Trump bashing. It's the same retired, regurgitated, replayed fucking bitches you've been doing for fucking ever.
Oh, Donny boy, it's Rosie, Rosie calling from Hollywood, the Jimmy Kimmel Show. Drop that Big Mac that we all know you're holding, because, my dear, I worry for you so. Poor Donny boy, your polls are falling. Your
higher than Biden.
Is green as Mountain Dew. Your wig's a mess. Your ballroom is appalling. And with Iran, you bit off more than you can chew.
I'm going to fast forward a little bit. Oh, did she say what? Look at this. Look at this. Oh, I forgot. Let me pause.
It's time to use that stable genius brain. Since we all know you'll never be Obama. Why not resign and make this country great again? Yes, we all know you'll never be Obama. Come on, resign and make this country great again.
We started the show with Natalie Harp and the left telling us that she's a sycophant and it's sick, even though people that carry dolls of Hillary and Justice Ginsburg and Fauci and Obama in their purse. And we closed with a tired, washed up piece of garbage who said she'd never come back to America, renounced verbally her citizenship, and left like all the people like De Niro and all of them. But now she's back, and she's back about every 6 months to go on a show for her to regurgitate Donald Trump's evil. Everything's evil. We're an autocracy, a dictatorship. It's fascism. It's words that we've been saying for 10 fucking years. And little sheep in the audience stood up and applauded. And I know they have to because there's a rah-rah, shish-boom-bah motherfucker that makes them laugh to the same tired Jimmy Kimmel jokes is why he's getting kicked off, that he's been regurgitating since he decided not to do the man show anymore and come out as a liberal. A guy who did juggies, did blackface, made fun of liberals. We're not in a dictatorship. We're not in an autocracy. There is no fascism except for the left. And you have no leg to stand on to say anybody's a sycophant for a president because you motherfuckers just brought up Obama. That's also 10 years ago. And he was meddling in foreign policy and meddling in the Biden presidency. And I'm pretty sure behind some doors, Barack Obama was running this country because Biden was asleep and run by a Politburo that Jake Tapper, Chuck Todd, all of them suppressed with the bias of omission. Just like the photo of him with Farrakhan, just like everything we find out. You have gone down a road yelling at everything Trump does because he fucking baits you. He's a piece of shit. He's not presidential. I don't like him. But he baits you because he's doing everything Obama did. And you went for Obama, and he spent more. But now Trump's a piece of shit. You fucking people suck. So that'll wrap up another episode of Flyover Politic Podcast. Share with your family and friends. Go to Flyover Politic with K on SoundCloud, YouTube now, and you can email at foppodcast@gmail.com. Next show will be 25 August, year of our Lord 2026. Until then, disconnect from all your devices. Don't give the yeah-yeahs. And as always, thanks for listening.